Hi, my name is Qing. I'm from EB5 Supermarket online media focusing on China market. So I talked with many investors in China, and I found a common concern. That is, they told me, the regional centers pay for the due diligence report, and then they show me the due diligence report. But how can I trust this? They buy this for us, so they want to sell the project in the market. So they asked me this such a question and said, oh, maybe you can find a third party to do the due diligence report for yourself. And they told me, wow, you know what? They charged me $20,000. Right, so this is a common concern in the market. I wanted to share here because I know people here are very interested in knowing what the investors think about the due diligence. So
Yeah.
I wanted to
It's a great question.
learn some comments.
Rupy, I think you're the
So
best
your
person
guys.
to answer, but I'd actually love to add something
Okay.
when you're done.
I'm not clear. So is the concern the cost or the concern that the regional center is paying for it? Well, then, if to alleviate that concern, one thing is that the agent can pay for it because they're going to be using it for multiple investors. So I think it's a great thing that they should be doing. But, as far as we're concerned, I mean, issuer may pay for it, but I don't need the liability where I'm going to be writing a report, a positive report on a project. So I understand that concern, but I think the agents need to consider paying for the reports themselves too.
So I just wanted to point out, I think it's a great question, and I thank you for asking it. But how many of you own any stocks in a public company? Right? They have independent auditors, right? KPMG, PwC. Who do you think pays them? Right? The issuer. The issuer pays the independent auditors. Have there been problems with that? Oh yeah. Anybody remember the Sarbanes-Oxley Act? Yeah. There have been big problems with that, but nonetheless, this is not unheard of in the world of business. Another example is bonds. Bonds are rated by rating agencies. Again, anybody heard of the financial meltdown in 2007? The rating agencies didn't do a great job. So I'm not defending, these things, but if you think about what's the alternative, do you want to be buying bonds with no ratings, with having absolutely no idea, in the bonds? So I think it's a really good question. But I think the question doesn't define the value of due diligence. It just tells you something you need to be mindful of and careful about.